The International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. The Union is an organization, a union of governments, government departments and non-governmental organizations concerned with conservation. The CAT group has members, about 140 members from 35 countries around the world. We've been meeting here in India mainly with the Indian members of the group to discuss the very serious threat to the tiger which is arising because of poaching for tiger bones which are being smuggled to China for use in medicine. There have been very serious losses of tigers in some of the parks in India which have come to light this year, and then of course there have been seizures of large numbers of skins, and obviously the bones of these animals, both tigers and leopards, have probably been smuggled to China. In addition, government officials here have told me that they have found carcasses of tigers with the skins still intact, but the bones are missing. This just shows what is going on. Now, this is a very insidious threat because tiger poaching of this kind is very, very hard to detect, and so even with the utmost vigilance, tigers can be lost and the numbers decline. And it's not in India alone that this is going on. This is happening throughout the range of the tiger, right from India through Southeast Asia, and even in the Russian Far East, where as in many parts of the former Soviet Union, law and order has broken down and there is widespread slaughter of wildlife of all kinds. Of course, India has a very fine record in conservation of the tiger with its program known as Project Tiger. This is nearly 20 years old. It was extremely successful in the 1970s and early 80s in saving the tiger, which around 1970 was in a state of serious decline, with hunting authorized and widespread export of skins. Tiger numbers have certainly risen. They may now be declining because of this poaching. Project Tiger has an excellent infrastructure for protection of the tiger and its habitat and the prey species, which is very important. On the other hand, it faces many problems because a lot of the tiger reserves in India have militants, political militants in the area who are hampering proper management and protection of the reserves. Also, I think Project Tiger, and many of us, myself included, had become rather complacent about the early success of Project Tiger. And although we heard of sporadic poaching and even the transport of bones through Nepal to Tibet, we were not taking the matter very seriously. I would just make the point that in the case of the African black rhinoceros, similar cases of mysterious instances of poaching in northern Kenya heralded a wave of poaching for the horn, which has swept right the way down through Africa to Zimbabwe, where there's a last-ditch battle going on. And over 90% of Africa's black rhinos have been lost in this poaching wave, which is for bone, which is being sent to Yemen for dagger handles, and to China, where it's used as an anti-fever medicine. So it's very necessary that Project Tiger, similar authorities in other parts of tiger range, and all of us who are interested in the tiger's future, band together and make our utmost efforts to see that the tiger does not go extinct, which it could well do within the next decade unless we are successful.